It is Shady's Babies, and welcome to Tank Biathlon. Um, this is just from my experience. Oh my, I've got a little bit of allergies going on, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But so this is from my experience, the best way to win Tank Biathlon. This is going to be one of my best times, and I'm going to point out what went well, what went wrong, and kind of help you guys out. It's the first day of the event. It's a pretty cool event. Um, that's pretty much what's going on. You can if you want to win anything competitive, you just go ultra low quality. I have grass off for that reason. That's just what I play with mainly, just because grass can get annoying. I turned a couple settings up just so it would look a little nicer for you guys. Here, I can actually go over. Usually I'd have clouds down so it runs well. SAO, I turn that down typically. Reflections down. Everything else I kind of keep around. I do like soft particles. I like how some stuff looks, so I'll keep it on. But that's just sort of the settings. I'm going to show my view, different views. Let me get the free cam going. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let me see if I can get the free cam. We're going to do a little bit of free cam and a little bit of player perspective, mostly on the range for player perspective. I wonder what kind of... Actually, can I get... That looks kind of cool. Yeah, we'll try on these. Anyhow, first thing I would do to start it off is say, Jay, and I'll ram you. There's a glitch, which hopefully they fix. I could leave that open because it gets kind of funny. There's a glitch that hopefully they'll fix where the if you J out at the start, you'll teleport ahead of everyone else. So that's pretty annoying. So that guy doesn't even know. Yeah, so we're off. I guess we'll just keep it on default view. We could do player. It doesn't really matter. So the first thing I'm going to say is, I guess I can keep it going, is go straight for the next checkpoint. So right here, I almost go into this guy, iPhone 8 Plus's lane, just by trying to take the quick way. And on the long straightaways, take them kind of smooth. So you can see there, I almost hit that guy, but he turns off. I do hit him. And you want to keep it as smooth as possible. You don't want to take any sharp angles because that'll slow you down, and it's going to be the most time consuming. I'm going to switch cameras over to this one over here. So I got to pause this because this is the one that always screws me up. Take your time on this. Don't worry about beating everyone else. These poles, it's possible to drive on the inside of the poles, and that is the most costly thing ever. Like, I've had games where I'm just speeding through this. I'm cutting it as close as I can, and that's what should count. But Gaijin screwed up. Hopefully they fix this also, where they move them over just a tiny bit so that you can just drive straight on the inside. Like, they need to move it over to the left and in towards the middle. Yeah. Well, we'll just keep it going. I like this view. This shows everyone. But it's pretty far away. And we'll bring it back in with the operator view. This is pretty cool, this view. I don't really do the this kind of view too often. And you can see I'm really just trying to make sure I hit the check marks. Okay, on to this next part. You're going to see, check out this straight line. Let me free cam this for you guys. So there's what you can do on these big check marks is you take the corner as best as you can. So you can look at my tire tracks. As soon as I leave this gate, I'm headed straight in for the corner over here. I have no idea how big these circles are. Let's go back to operator view. But that's just the most, you just go straight in for the middle object, for the very close corner. Because that's what's really important. And taking these very slow and gradual around the corners. This part's a bit woozy. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I almost ended up messing up on one of the corners where I almost ram it. Like right there, I get super close, but I keep it together. And there again. And there again. Someone just Jade out. They didn't want to have it. This next like jump part, I was checking behind me right there. The jump part doesn't even matter, because you can just go over it. And once again, you're going to see me taking these corners as tight as possible while also going as gradual as possible. Also, only use the T80U. I've won both with the the Chinese tank and the T72. The Chinese tank was like a 7-minute 40-second. You got to win in under 7 minutes if you want to have a shot at actually winning. Especially as this event goes on, people are going to get better at it. But there's also going to be new people that also just want to check it out. But so this tank is the best just because of the speed. There's too many long straightaways where you can just like, it's just all about speed. And I almost ended up losing my T72 match only because I round the corner, or no, it was in the Chinese tank, only because I round the corner and this T80U just pulls up right behind me. It was on the final stretch. Another dirty trick is when you're coming up to the firing range, you can ram other people on it, which is pretty annoying, but if you see someone shoot, you can count the reload time. It's like 6.5 or something seconds, 6 seconds, a little over 6 seconds. You count that seconds and you just ram them right before they're about to take their shot, you're in business. One thing I forgot to mention before I got into this position is before you come to the range, have your barrel already aimed downrange. That way you don't have to adjust when you get there. And second off, come in at this like sideways. And let me see. Oh, that's probably a good angle. You can see I've seen people, they'll drive up this little road and they'll point their tank facing out. No, you got to be ready to go. And also if you want to ram someone, you want to be sideways like that. So this next part, it's all about knowing the distances. So I'm going to do a little bit of the math on the side and give you guys the distances. Probably at the end is when I'll do it, but I'm going to have to go back and write down all those distances, and I'll say them off as I go. So that one's about 400. I wonder if I can actually go out to them. Ooh, that is cringe. I wonder if I can go out to them. Also, ghost shelling is a thing that's pretty annoying, especially in this. Oh, hold up. 800 meters on the dot. Okay. We're gonna keep it going. This one, the small ones don't really matter. Here, I'm gonna wait till I stop shooting my MG. The machine gun ones, you just spray up and down a little bit. I don't even know if it's worth my time to give you guys the distance for that. If you really want it, you can leave it in the comments and I'll do some testing, but you just machine gun up and down above them and it doesn't matter. If you want to become an ace, sure, but look at this, like right here, 800 meters with the machine gun, like pretty straightforward. That you machine gun also, you can machine gun the pillar that holds it up. This one came short. I'm actually going to go out there and fly out there and get that distance for you guys before it gets even further. Because I came just under it, and sometimes these long range ones will mess you up. I think this one's like 12 kilometers, 1200. Yeah, there it is, 1200 on the dot. And I think I took a 10 for my shot. So 800, 1200. That one's good. I think that one's 1400. Let me go get that for you guys right now. And I'll include a little diagram at the end just for so you guys know to memorize this, because once you've got to memorize it, it's so easy to line it up. So 1450 meters, that's what you guys are going to be aiming at. And there's a fair amount of leeway. These are fairly fast rounds, so. And as you can see here, I'm already going off to the next part. So what you're going to do is line this up, and this is, you can make a lot of time on this right here, depending on how good you are at hitting it. This is one part that I could have done a little bit better. As you'll see, I miss. And don't be afraid to slow down a little bit, just to make it easier. Let me go ahead and get that distance for you guys. I miss every moving shot on these guys, so... I think this one's like 400 meters or something like that. But... Nope, see, I've been screwing up. 600 meters, just over 600 meters. And you could take your time. Right there I stop. And... I was scared I hit the bush right there, but because it is heat. Oh, let me get that distance. I might just actually go back when I do the final... Here, we'll use this sign. I think the other sign was the one that was used, but... So this one, 400 meters, yeah. And let me go get the other sign while I'm at it right now. I think this one's like 600 or 800. It's not that bad. And they're fairly big targets. I think we're going to be just over 800, 850. Like, you got 100 meters of leeway if you look through the scope of the T-80U. And once again, for this final part, you're going to see me take these sharp corners. That's pretty much all the tips I have. I get a pretty good time on this. It could have been better, but... Here we go for the witch hunt. Here's this guy coming in to ram me. T-80U is not very maneuverable. Just completely cut him off. Doesn't even matter. Get out of here. Unbelievable. I can't believe someone's that much of a sore loser. But... And I almost... If he had hit me, that would have been devastating. I probably would have lost. I wonder if he's friends with the other guy. But, so you're looking at a 16-16 time. And I guess I could just keep it going. He just runs into me, and that's about it. 16-16, I'd say that's fairly good. Most of my times are in the 16-20s. If I had hit those targets moving, I can imagine it being as quick as 6-10. Maybe even quicker. I had one round where I nailed the first two on the move, but I think I had messed up on other parts. So if you get good at that speed, and you'd like, because all the effect that's happening on the shell is that while you're driving around, it takes your movement speed and adds that to the shell. Simple physics, sort of. And so as you're moving down here going, whatever, 40 kilometers an hour, the shell is also going to be moving. It's going to go 40 kilometers to the side. I can actually probably quit the replay, do a little bit of math for travel times. T-80U. Okay, so it's a 905 meter per second round going out to 600 meters. It's going to be about 0.6. It's 2/3 of a second, pretty much, going out there. Which, I mean, it adjusts as you're going. So you take your speed, it's going 40 kilometers an hour. Where do you think you're going to be in like 0.6 of a second? You subtract that from where the target is, and you're going to hit it. Pretty complicated stuff. I think you're better off just trying it on your own and testing that stuff out. But that's all I got for you guys. If you guys got any more tips, I'll probably update it. This is the first day of the biathlon. I wish they also had another like counter thing for your best times and other people's best times. But definitely only use the T-80U. I've tried all three. I've won with all three. I've only tried the T-72 and the Chinese one once, and I won with both of them. But I've got like a screenshot, and I won with the Chinese one at like a 7-minute 40-second time. Like, it was bad. But alright, I'm gonna quickly upload this for you guys. If you guys want more War Thunder content, let me know. This is going on my YouTube. I don't really post on my YouTube too much. I'm usually on my Twitch at twitch.tv/shadies. So I throw on my plug right there. So yeah, have a good one.